Hello class 6. Hope you all are doing great. Children, before carrying on with the chapter, there are a few things I would like to talk about. Some students are doing homework very nicely and are submitting also in time. There are some students who are answering the questions, but there are a lot of grammatical mistakes as well as spelling mistakes in their answers. And then there are few students who are not able to answer even a single question correctly. Why? According to me, I feel it is happening because when you are watching the video, you are trying to read from the video itself, which is not possible. What you have to do is you have to open the page from where I'm reading, and then you have to read along with me. While I'm reading in the video, you have to look into your book and you also have to follow those lines and then listen to the explanation that follows. There are many answers there are many questions whose answers are given in the explanation. Many students are using bookish language, but bookish language is not going to help you in your long run. You have to develop the skill of answering in your own words. It is going to help you later on when you'll be doing composition and letter writing. Okay, so when it comes to literature part, listen to the explanation, but at the same time read the chapter, not once, not twice, as many times as possible, in order to understand each and every single word of your book or the chapter that is being taught and explained. Okay, so that is the only way how you can improve your writing skills, because when you listen to somebody, then also you get to know how certain answers can be done. Don't always try to find answers from the book. Read the chapter, take it as a story. If you'll read the chapter as a story, you will always remember even the tiniest minute detail of the story. But if you are going to read it just for the heck of reading it, then it is not going to help you when it comes to the answering part. Okay, so from now on, if you are not doing so, I hope from now on you are going to read the chapter also and listen to the explanation as well. Okay, now coming to the chapter part. In the previous videos we had read about Ramchand, how his mother used to make him figures from dough and tell him stories related to those figures. And due to one such story about Chuhu, uh, Ramchand never thought of going near the stove, because through the story he came to know that if he goes near a burning stove, any harm can come to him. And then one day Ramchand's mother gave him a dough and asked him to make something beautiful out of it, which he considers most beautiful in the world, which he was unable to do so. And when she came back after helping her husband from the shop, she found Ramchand crying. Now, why was Ramchand crying? What what his mother did in order to calm him down? Let's read in the story. Pain tore through her heart. She rushed to him and scooped him up in her arms, hugging him, examining him to see if he had physically hurt himself. But he hadn't, and she sensed it anyway. His eyes told her that. On seeing Ramchand crying, Ramchand's mother quickly goes and picks him up in her arms and hugs him tightly, so that to give him comfort. And at the same time she was feeling him with his hands, just to make sure that if he is hurt somewhere, or if he has hurt any part of his body. And she came to know that he was perfectly fine. So there were no cuts or wounds on his body, and that she could find it out by checking him. She murmured to him, she crooned to him gently, and when he calmed down slightly, the sorrow and incomprehension still in his eyes, she asked him very, very seriously, the way one asks an adult, "Tell me, why are you crying?" So um, when she was sure or that her son was not hurt in any way, she in order to calm him down, to calm Ramchand down, she started speaking to him very softly. She starts singing very softly to him just to calm down his nerve. And when after some time he becomes little sober, he sobers up a little, he stops crying, then she asks him the reason why he was crying. He didn't answer at first. He just looked down at the piece of dough in his hand. And when she asked him the reason why he was crying, he did not give any answer to her, but he just kept on looking at the piece of the dough that she had given to him, that he was holding in his hand. Um, she didn't laugh at him, and she never knew how grateful her son was to her for the rest of his life for not laughing, not even speaking or moving at that moment. She hugged him lightly and stroked his head gently. Now, on hearing Ramchand's confession, she did not laugh at all. Instead, she hugged him lightly and she stroked his head. Stroked his head means her fingers, she very lightly touched his head. That means in other words, her fingers went through his um, hair very gently, very lightly, as if to give him comfort. Ramchand's father came in then, saw Ramchand's tear-stained face, and to his surprise also saw tears glistening in his wife's eyes. So that moment, Ramchand's father also entered the room, and he looked at Ramchand and saw that his face was tear stained, like he could make out that he had been crying. So there were streaks of, you can say, streaks of tears on his face, and then he looked at his wife and he saw that even his wife had also tears in her eyes. "What happened?" he asked. So out of concern, he said, "What happened? Why is he crying?" Ramchand looked at his father apprehensively, his own face tense, the tears dried, the lump of dough now dusty, its surface drying and forming little cracks. Now, when Ramchand's mother told him the reason of his crying, Ramchand looked at his uh, father very apprehensively with worried eyes, thinking that maybe his father is gonna scold him, that you don't know what is most important. Generally this happens when a child is not able to answer something, and suddenly, sometimes it happens that parents uh, get annoyed, they get angry, and they start questioning how come a child does not know. So the same thing he was expecting from the same kind of reaction. Maybe he was expecting that on knowing this, his father will also get little angry. His father looked straight into his son's eyes and said, "But I don't know that either." But what actually happened was that when he looked at his father very seriously and very calmly and very honestly, he straight away looked into Ramchand's eyes and said that even he does not know what is the most beautiful thing in the world for him. The silence of his mother, the simple truth in his father's voice. These were things Ramchand never forgot. So, the way his parents handled that situation, the silence, the calmness with which um, Ramchand's mother, you know, made him become normal, and the way she told the reason to his father, and the simplicity in his father's voice, he could never forget that. There was perfect peace in the room after that. Ramchand didn't know where that lump of dough went. And then everything became normal. The parents so calmly, so efficiently, they handled the situation that after that there was no further crying from Ramchand's side, and he even forgot about that dough. It was forgotten by everyone. His mother washed his face and hands, dried them gently with a soft cotton cloth, and gave him some warm milk to drink. So very after that, everybody carried on, and then just like any other mother, she washed Ramchand's face and hands because his hands were dirty, or you can say had become a little sticky and cracky because of the dough that he had been holding for so long. And the face, just to remove the tear stains, she washed him, then she dried him gently with a cotton cloth or a towel, you can say, and gave him some warm milk to drink to further calm him down, to make him feel normal. His father brought him a sugar coated biscuit from the shop. And then the father, at the same time, when mother was giving him warm milk to drink, father brought a biscuit. Sugar coated biscuit means biscuit that is on top, which has got sugar crystals on top of it. So that his father gave to him. Ramchand knew that Ramchand knew it was one of the most expensive ones in the shop. So Ramchand, just by looking at the biscuit, he knew that this biscuit was one of the costly, one of the expensive biscuits in the shop. But anyhow, his father still gave him one. After that, nobody mentioned the incident again. And after the shop closed, dinner and bedtime were just the same. But from that day onwards, Ramchand loved his parents much more. So, what happened was that after Ramchand was calm, they, as a normal family, just like they used to do every time, they every day after the shop was closed in the evening time, they had their dinner and went to their bed to sleep, just as they used to do every other day. But uh, that from that day onwards, Ramchand knew that his love for his parents has grown more. So he has now more respect, more trust for his parents.